Good evening and welcome to another live broadcast. Pamantasan ng lungsod ng Maynila. Yan ang aking alma mater. It's the first and only chartered and autonomous university funded by a city government. It was created by Congress by virtue of Republic Act number 4196, or ang description niyan ay an act authorizing the City of Manila to establish and operate the University of the City of Manila, and that was in June 19, 1965. Buhay ka na ba ng Gab?
Hindi pa po. Matagal-tagal na rin pala yan,
No.
Bishop.
PLM, being a premier university, has consistently received 100% passing rate in licensure exams. And since 1967, this school has produced competent and socially responsible graduates who continue to contribute to nation building. At nakaka-proud, Gabi, no? Na sa ating What's Brewing sa episode na ito, ay kasama natin ang ilan sa mga members ng PLM Alumni Association para pag-usapan ang nalalapit na PLM AAI Anniversary. Abangan niyo po yan at magandang pag-uusap yan.
At ngayong Agosto, Bishop, ay National Breastfeeding Month. Maganda po na ang ating gobyerno ay sinusuportahan ang breastfeeding. In fact, nasa batas po yan sa RA number 10028 o itong Expanded Breastfeeding Promotion Act of 2009. Kaya naman sa Espresso Self ay makakasama natin ang isa sa ating mga partners sa Dr. Jose Fabella Memorial Hospital. Nakasama natin tuwing may milk-letting drives ang ating The Great Lighthouse Foundation, Inc. Abangan po ninyo ang panayam natin kasama si Dr. Melissa Wico, ang Human Milk Bank Director ng hospital.
Magaling. At hindi lang yan nagtatapos dahil sa episode natin ngayon ay mayroon din tayong health talks, Gabby. No? Abangan ninyo ang informative na usapan sa proper nutrition para sa mga breastfeeding mothers sa segment na ito.
Punong-puno po tayo ngayong gabi, so stay with us for an hour of good talks. Ako po si Gabby Yebra.
At ako naman po si Bishop Ruben Abante. Join us and let's have good talk over good coffee. Welcome to the
Lighthouse Cafe.
Okay, so we're on. At sa gabi pong ito ay ako'y nagagalak talagang ito masasabi ko na pinagpalang gabi po ito, pinagpalang episode ito ng ating Lighthouse Cafe, sapagkat dito sa segment ng What's Brewing o anong mga nangyayari ay makakapanayan po natin ang ilang mga members of the board ng PLM AAI. Ang ibig sabihin niyan Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Maynila Alumni Association. Ano po? And we're so glad to have them here. Ito na. Makikita niyo po yan, ano? And, well, ang ilan dyan ay hindi lang naririto face-to-face, meron pa tayong kasama sa Zoom. Okay? At makakapanayam natin sila. Sapagkat sa October, no? Medyo malayo pa naman, pero magandang pag-usapan na po ito. Okay? So, i-introduce ko ito, no? Mula doon sa dulong kaliwang yan, nariyan ang Vice President ng Alumni Association na si Vice President Norman Cloma. Magandang gabi sa iyo.
Yes, good evening, Bishop.
Welcome back.
Yeah,
Hindi ka na bago rito sa Lighthouse Cafe. And of course, ang mag-asawang si Rolly at si Winnie Cuico.
Good evening, Bishop.
Oo.
Good evening.
Kayong mag-asawa, taga-Pamantasan din kayo.
Oh,
di ba?
yes.
Doon kayo nagkita.
Yes.
Wow, how sweet. And of course, ito talagang veterano na ito. Edith Del Rosario. Welcome to Lighthouse Cafe. Good evening. And online, ito pinagpipitagan ko ito kasi kabatch ko ito no? Si Lori Rosen. Okay? Welcome, Lori, sa Lighthouse Cafe. Kahit nasa Zoom ka, you're part of this discussion.
Thank you. Good evening to everyone. Good evening, Bishop and my co-bots.
Yes.
Good
In
evening.
fact, meron pa tayong ibang kasama dito dahil we're looking forward to an event in October. No? And I remember in June, no, a few months back, ay nag-celebrate ang PLM ng kanyang anniversary. Oh, di ba naalala niyo yan? No? And we've been part of that. Pero in October, anniversary naman ng Alumni Association. Tama ayon, Vice President Norman?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes. So,
16th anniversary.
it's 16th
Foundation
anniversary.
anniversary.
That's great. No? At ito, palagay ko, marami mga activities itong napapaloob dyan, di ba? Okay? Well, Edith, ikaw mag-explain yan. Anong mga activities ang mayroon kayo?
Well, hindi lang kasi isang araw. Madaming mga ano yan, madaming
Buong
araw.
buwan na October?
Hindi naman. Hindi naman. Meron tayong isang araw para sa golf tournament.
May golf?
Yes. It's going to be a fundraising one because
Yes.
ang ano natin lagi scholarship
Yes.
for our scholars in Pamantasan. Siyempre, meron din tayong film showing of Quezon's Game. Yan, meron din yan.
Kaya naririyan si
At
Lori.
kaya ang ating pinagpipitagan ng producer andito
Yes.
sa. And of course, meron tayong alumni night.
Of course, hindi mawawala
We
yun.
will gather all the alumni
Yun
from
ang,
here and
yun
from
ang
all-
actual na celebration, pero ito'y, balita ko'y blended ito.
Blended. Dahil hindi lang face-to-face, madami tayong mga gustong mag-celebrate with us from abroad, no? Mga
Yes.
classmates and schoolmates from abroad.
Yeah,
At nandiyan, makakasama natin sila sa celebration.
that
Yan.
is great.
Oo.
Pagkatapos ito si Rolly naman at si Winnie, sila ang responsible sa, parang merong souvenir program na iniiwan
Yes.
tayo.
So para naman na masuportahan ng association yung different projects ng association, magagawa tayo ng parang souvenir program.
Mhm.
Parang ito ay commemorative magazine na kung saan tayo ay hihingi ng mga donors, no?
Yes.
Magpuput up tayo ng mga ads doon sa magazine
Mhm.
para yung mga projects natin like yung scholarship, mapondohan natin to, at yung mga ibang projects pa na para sa PLM at sa mga members natin.
Okay.
Of course, meron din tayo, maglalagay din tayo ng mga articles,
Yes.
souvenir program, history ng PLMAI, and then our activities so far, anong maging activities natin during the whole year,
Yeah.
para malaman naman ng mga alumni natin kung ano yung mga ginagawa ng association.
Alam mo, kaya binibigyan natin ito ng puwang sa Lighthouse Cafe sapagkat gusto ko talagang malaman ng mga tao, no, kung ano ang PLM. Okay? Akala ng iba, sino ba yan? Ano ba yan? Ang PLM na yan, ano? Katangi-tangi. Palagay ko dapat talaga malaman ng mga taong katangi-tangi ang ating alma mater. Hindi ba, Norman, ano?
Yes, yes.
Oo. At ikaw naman,
Kaya tayo, agresibo tayo doon sa one of the highlights itong celebration natin is yung gininto ang Ani
yun ang
Award.
itatanong ko sa iyo.
Na actually, inumpisahan to ng earlier alumni groups, no? As
Yes.
early as 1984. Kaya lang, napansin ko, hindi masaya yung 56 years na yung PLM, pero
PLM.
41 awardees pa lang.
Okay.
Naniniwala ako marami naman tayong graduates na doing well in their professions and at the same time, helping in the community and contributing to the progress of the nation.
Nation
In their
building.
own way, no? Hindi lang sila
Anong tawag? Ginintuang
Annie Award. That's Golden Harvest in English.
Wow.
Golden Heart.
So, ibig sabihin, itong awards, you are yourself an awards body, yung alumni.
Yes,
Right?
the alumni is the one
Okay.
that was conceptualized and conceptualized, and put into reality by the earlier groups of earlier alumni
Officers.
groups.
So, iba't ibang kategorya yan, iba't ibang field, no?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Palagay ko, ang magiging mga awardees din yan, hindi lang yung mga nasa Pilipinas, kundi nasa abroad.
yes, we hope so. Ma-extend
Okay.
natin doon sa abroad. Kasi yung mga kapwa graduates na lumayan sa abroad, they're also doing well naman eh.
Of
And in
course.
one way or the other, they're also helping their families here. So
Yes.
still contributing to the progress of the Philippines.
So, Edith, merong golf tournament, merong ginintuang ani, tapos merong alumni night, at sabi mo, merong Quezon's Game.
Yes.
O, maglalaro kayo. Ay,
This is a multi-awarded movie, no?
a multi-awarded
It's a-
movie.
Yes.
Abe,
It's a-
Produced by an
Kausapin natin
alumna.
yun. Yes, yung pinaka-producer niyan. Oh,
Si
Lori.
Lori.
Okay, tell us something about Quezon's Game. What is it?
Quezon's, am I on?
Yes, yes, you're on.
Quezon's game is actually the story of Manuel L. Quezon, our late president, saving Jews during the World War, before the start of the World War, when nobody really likes to take them. There's a Holocaust going on in Europe, and nobody wants to take the Jews. And actually, this is an untold story. And actually, Manuel L. Quezon saved more Jews than Oskar Schindler, and the world doesn't know that. And it's really something that we can be proud of. It's not just that we won awards for it, but without the story, wala kami. So the most important is really the heroism of our president, and also the Filipinos, kasi you can see there how progressive thinkers we are at the time.
So the Quezon's Game movie is actually the story mismo. So factual yan na nangyari.
Yes, it's now that Israel, for example, now have recognized Quezon City as the twin city of one of their biggest areas, which is where their football stadium is. It's the Region Legion, became the twin city of Quezon City. Brought on by all this when we showed the movie to them, and they became aware of it. And also the time when they were clamping down on the overstaying workers and immigrants, mga undocumented, they gave sort of hindi naman pardon, they gave clemency to the Filipinos, kasi kumbaga mahaba na yung pinagsamahan natin, and yung utang na loob nila sa atin, binabayaran nila. And not a lot of people know this, but for example, because of what Quezon did for the Jews, yung sa movie namin, spoiler lang, at the end of the movie, the guy who gave a speech about parang giving thanks to Manuel L. Quezon actually initiated the rescue mission. They were the first to land in Tacloban.
Ibig sabihin, this movie is being included in the celebration ng AAI. Number one, because this is educational.
Yeah.
Yes,
no?
yes.
At ang manonood dito, yung mga estudyante
Yeah.
ng PLM. Para magising sila sa katotohanan, hindi ba? And
Yeah.
secondly, because this movie was produced by an alumna ng PLM. Okay? And of course, there's that recognition na this is multi-awarded. Laurie, can you enumerate ang mga awards received by this movie, Quezon's Game?
Well, it was in the Remy. It has the Remy Award, basically the best film. The Remy Awards in Texas. The film fest in Texas is one of the oldest, parang second oldest film fest siya sa indie market. And this is where sila Ang Lee, sila Spielberg, Cameron, James Cameron. This is where they all cut their teeth. So we won Best Film there, Best Director, Best Producer, Best Historical, and then in other festivals, we won Best in Show, and we've been nominated for almost all categories, except editing lang, no? So we had the Best Soundtrack, Best Screenplay, even Best Actor has been nominated in the Texas in the Remy Awards. So we were really surprised at how the festivals took our film, because this was our first time. And we weren't sure if, kung kami lang yung nagagandahan sa movie namin. So, basically
Locally, Laurie, nakatanggap ba yung movie na ito ng award locally?
Yes, may mga local awards din kami. So, parang more than 30 na eh. We started parang 24 with the international awards, naging Parang ngayon 33 and
Yes.
marami pang recognition.
And we have been making arrangements for this movie to be shown right sa PLM mismo, no? On October 16, hindi ba? That's exactly the day when the AAI was registered.
Yeah.
Great.
It's not all day.
Oo. So, maraming feature dito. Yung golf tournament, isa pa yan. You know, pero we've been raising some funds, sabi natin, for scholarship. Does AAI have a scholarship arm?
Yeah, actually, yung PLM SFI, ito yung PLM Scholars Foundation, Inc.
So, SFI means Scholarship Foundation Incorporated.
Ito
Yes.
yung scholarship arm ng AAI, na
Okay.
kung saan nagbibigay ng funds yung AAI sa SFI for seeking scholars who are in dire need of allowances.
So, you're saying ang AAI is an independent or
Yes.
ibang organization
Yes.
legally, oo.
It's another foundation.
And AAI is another thing. Pero,
Pero magkakambal sila.
Magkakambal.
Magkakambal,
Merong
twins.
memorandum of
Oo.
agreement.
eh, kasi kayo officer din kayo ng SFI.
Yes, we are.
Okay. So how does it go? Ano ang napapaikot doon sa scholarship funds na yan? Paano niya binibigay?
Yeah.
Actually, ako yun.
She's the treasurer.
We give an allowance of 1,500 a month for each scholar, which
Okay.
I distribute to their GCash accounts. That
Oo.
will be, they can use it for transportation, school supplies, snacks, or other school needs. When for internet also. Usually, nung nagkaroon ng COVID, that's what they use for the
Pero ang lahat
internet.
naman talaga ng estudyante ng PLM, they are scholars.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, but that's insofar as tuition is concerned and everything.
Yes.
Yes.
Oo. Pero wala silang pamasahe.
Wala,
Yes.
wala silang allowance. So, yun ang binibigay ng SFI to them.
Actually, yun
Okay.
ang naging problema ng ibang mga scholars, no? Although free yung tuition nila, yung iba nagda-drop out. Kasi wala silang pamasahe pagpasok. Wala silang
Pambili ng school
pambili ng
supplies.
school supplies.
Kasi
So,
basically,
that's
ang mga
reason.
estudyante ng PLM, mga mahihirap.
Mahihirap sila. Sir.
Eh, di, parang ano
Ay,
pala yan eh.
ano?
Sabi ng mga taga-UP, sa UP mahirap ang Pilipino. Doon sa Ateneo, mahirap ang Ingles. Sa Lasal, mahirap ang parking. Sa PLM, mahirap ang estudyante.
Mahirap ang estudyante. Oo.
Yeah, that's right.
I am, Bishop, I'm reminded of that story, no,
Yes.
coming from our librarian. That's why we decided to put up PLMSFI. Ang kwento ganito, a lot of students were at the library during lunchtime. Hanggang mga alas 2 nandun sila. Hindi naman nila, hindi naman kumbaga vacant period, no? Talagang nandun sila. Ang tanong ng librarian, bakit nandito kayo? Bakit di muna kayo kumain?
Oo.
Ang sabi ng estudyante, pag kumain po kami ngayon, maglalakad kami pauwi. Ibig
Tama.
sabihin,
Wala
on
nang
their
pamasahe.
pocket is only for one expense,
Yes.
either for food or for transportation. So hindi na lang sila kakain. So they'd be able to go home in a jeepney. Kasi wala na talagang ilalabas. After the kain, no more for pamasahe. Yan ang istorya. Kaya kailangan bigyan naman sila ng kaunting allowance.
So, ng mga estudyante kayo yung totoong sinasabi doon sa kanta ng nalalakad sa luneta, ng mama siya, walang pamasahe, walang pera.
Oo.
Totoo yun.
Totoo yun.
Totoo yun.
Oo. Nakaka-identify kami doon kay Rico Puno. Identify.
Pero, kayo yourselves, you've made your mark, no, in your time now. Ikaw, Edith, laman ka ng broadcasting.
Yes,
Di ba? Pinag-uusapan natin kanina yung awards, ng Ginintuang Ani Award.
She's an awardee. For
You
arts
are
and-
an awardee of
Yes, for
Ginintuang
arts
Ani?
and culture.
Yeah, I'm also an award.
Wow!
Ano siya?
So, yung Ginintuang Ani, iba't ibang field yan.
Yes.
Okay. So, for example, nung nakatanggap ka, you
I added
received-
for arts and culture.
Yeah.
Arts. Pero kasi yung arts and malaki yun malawak.
Yes, of course.
So nandun ako sa arts because at that time I was with television.
Yes.
I was working as a television producer.
Yeah.
Yun.
Kaya walang sikreto sa iyo sa ginagawa natin dito.
Ay, ano po. Actually, laging behind the scene eh.
Yes.
So I welcome every opportunity to be in front
In
of
front
the
of the
camera.
camera.
Okay. And actually, for the knowledge of everyone viewing this program right now, you're a part of ano ba yan yung Anak TVC
Yes,
Award.
Seal Award, yes. Every year yan, no, we go around the Philippines asking parents and teachers which of these programs would qualify to have the Seal Award. Ibig sabihin, we will put that seal in the program that is being viewed by anyone, by the children. Kung ako magulang, titingnan ko, uy, may Anak TV seal, that means I can ask my children to watch this with minimal supervision from me.
Yeah.
Kasi usually mga programa dapat nandun ang magulang to watch with the children para mag-guide sila, no. Pero with that seal na binibigay namin, that's the award, alam na magulang na this is okay for my children.
Alam mo, Norma, this is a life example mismo pinapakita rito from PLM, naging estudyante, tinuruan kung ano yung talagang anong karakter and the virtues and the discipline. Ngayon, sila naman na nag-a-award. Okay yun, di ba?
Yes. Okay.
So, hindi nasasayang yung award. paano silang, halimbawa, may magno-nominate ba kung sino magiging award?
Well, I would encourage the alumni na please, meron naman kayo mga classmates, I'm sure, na doing well. Kaya lang, yung tatawag na unheralded. Hindi lang nare-recognize. So, pagkakataon na itong ma-recognize natin yung mga kapwa graduates natin, paki-nominate po. Lalabas po ang mga nomination forms.
Okay. Tapos yung mga magno-nominate, sila ang kukuha ng mga, ano ba, mga records and
yes,
everything.
please. So, pag nag-nominate kayo, hustuhin nyo na, medyo kulitin nyo yung inyong nino-nominate na maglabas ng kanyang mga credentials. Kayo, isama nyo na sa nomination form nyo yun. To
Yes.
make the job of the jurors or judges
Ito, may
easier.
pinapakita ditong link. Yan yata yung registration form o what? Parang nomination form. No? Which actually, they can copy. Yan, no? Meron pang QR code ba yan?
Yes,
Oo.
please.
So,
Take
okay na.
note of
Pwede na
that.
silang pumasok dyan at magpasok ng nomination, hindi
You
ba?
can nominate more than one. I mean, you're a graduate, you're alumni, and then you want to nominate two, go ahead.
Provided ma-justify nila yung contribution
Yes,
na
yes, yes.
nominate. Hindi lang
Yes.
dahil galing pamantasan.
Of course,
For example, nagkaroon ng impact sa community, ano pa?
Kasi maraming hindi naman marami. You have different categories, no? Merong educational management.
Okay.
Yung mga went in the field of education as educators, of course. May mga nursing tayo, wala pa yata tayong award from the field of medicine, ano? Pero engineering, meron na yan. Sila Francis, yan, oo.
Oh yes.
Yan,
Sila
engineering yan.
former president ng AAI
Yes,
mismo,
oo.
Engineer
Si
Francis Mapile.
Felix Aspiras also,
Yes.
engineering.
Oh, that's great. No? And you can of course name some people siguro na medyo noted na mga nakilala sa industry and everything. Kahit sa Amerika. 'Di ba? Maraming mga alumni sa Amerika, hindi ba? Oo.
We should be proud of Gloria Hill, no?
Past awardee.
Past awardee.
Doing well in
Doing
California.
very well, no?
Yes.
And if I may also say, George Ganghe, no? Also from the United States. Ito naman, imagine mo, every time may calamity dito, Bishop, tumutugtog yan doon sa may, at sila'y namamalimos with their, tawag dyan?
Fundraising.
Rondalya, no?
Rondalya.
Oh.
At ang ginagawa niya dito sa Pilipinas, may lending, may lending program sa mga communities. Pinapahiram niya ng mga
That's
rondalya, mga instruments
Oo.
for them to be able to play the
That's
instrument.
And
great.
prevent juvenile delinquency
Oo, yung mga
also.
ganun.
Doon sa
Keep them
gagawin niyo,
occupied.
Rolly, doon sa gagawin niyo, Rolly, na souvenir program, may mga write-up siguro yung mga magiging
Yeah,
awardees.
oo. Yeah.
So they would be better known.
Yes.
Lalagyan ng mga ibang
Kung
articles.
sino yung mga awardees
Yeah.
natin for this year, lalagyan ng write-up. The jurors also.
Yeah.
saan nagandi ng write-up, kung sino yung mga jurors natin.
Oo. Alam niyo, hindi ko na kayo tatanungin kung anong mga year kayo, anong batch kayo, gumraduate or whatever. Pero I'm amazed, no, that you're together at para bang magandang binabalikan niyo ang PLM. Kasi sa atin, Norman, mas magandang bumalik sa high school Minsan no? Ganun, no? Pag high school, okay ang alumni. Pero pag medyo universidad na, parang hindi masyado, no?
Hindi, kasi ang PLM kasi yung first 2 years, block system
Para rin
Parang
high
high school pa rin ang atmosphere ng block
Oo,
system.
tama.
Saka syempre, malaki ang utang na loob namin sa PLM.
Yes.
Not achieve what we have achieved in our life. Kung
Okay.
hindi dahil sa PLM.
Okay.
Saka yung itong mga itong groups ng earlier batches, nag-group kami depende doon sa year na pumasok kami sa PLN.
Mhm.
Kaya
Not
parang
year of graduation.
kaya kagaya sa amin, batch 69. So lahat ng pumasok nung 1969,
School year 69-70.
talagang
Palagay ko itong alumni night na ito, medyo maraming kwento yan. Ano?
Ay, madami.
talaga, ito, yan.
Parang, do you remember? Ganyan yan talagang kung ano yung mga
Oo.
mga experiences.
Well, narito na yung namamahala naman sa golf
sa
tournament.
golf, yeah.
No? At si Engineer Fritz, magandang gabi sa iyo, Fritz, and you're live right now. Tell us about the PLM golf tournament. When will this be?
Good evening, Bishop.
Good evening. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Oo.
Yeah. Okay. This would be on October 5. So it's a Thursday. The golf tournament is scheduled at Camp Aguinaldo Golf Course. Okay. So
Again, when would this be?
The amount of the fee,
October 5.
October 5,
October 5. What day will that be?
2023.
It's a Thursday.
It's a Thursday.
Yes. Okay.
Typically, ang tee-off is around 6:30 p.m. But there are special requests na may mga, syempre, 5:30 a.m. Tee-off is 6:30 a.m. But there are some requests na 5:30 a.m. baka pwede na sila tee-off. So, we're still thinking of doing an earlier tee-off. No. So, this will be at 6:36. But there's a twist on it. So, mangyayari dito, your usual golf bag is around 14 clubs. We will split it into half. So, this will be a 7-club challenge. Okay? When you say 7 club, so bring your best 7 clubs na pwede mo lang gamitin. Pag gumamit ka ng 8 clubs, you're already disqualified. Okay? So medyo maganda-ganda.
Well, I think the golfers would really understand what you're saying on that. Pero this is in support. This is in support of the AAI and the SFI. This golf tournament is being done.
Yes. Yes. Bali, Bishop, kasi last year, di ba, nagkamit tayo ng similar tournament, the one we held in Intercourse. It was a very successful tournament. Madaming umattend, and the fundraising went well. So may mga nabiyayaan tayo mga scholar for that. So we are just repeating the same thing that what we did last year. So but this time on a different golf course. Okay, so it's Camp Aguinaldo. And we put a little bit twist there. So right now, may mga people na nagsabi sige, we're going to play. Nag-commit na sa amin is around 40 players. So 120 players. 80 slots na available, Bishop. So may mga nagsabi na rin na mga mag-sponsor sila. Gold, silver, and bronze sponsors.
So you're inviting sponsors, no? You're inviting sponsors at mga manlalaro.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's great.
So the sponsorship package would be gold, silver, and bronze. So if there will be sponsors who would be interested, may few slots na left. So we're looking for mga sponsors. We're looking for sponsors or mga giveaway sponsors yun. Yan yung mga hinahanap natin. But basically, the players, mabilis na to. Ngayon, yung mga nakakarinig dito, mga fellow PLM mga golfers, pwede kayo makipag-coordinate kagad sa amin for this. Kasi else, kagaya nung nangyari natin, tapos namin ito, mabilis na talaga. Okay, so tournaments are coming in February to the golf tournaments, but may challenge na ito, the 7-club challenge.
Well, I guess all the information naman will be will be released in time.
Yeah.
And lahat ng mga detalye, and we can make a poster at open din tayo para pag-usapan yan dito, no? Para malaman ng mga tao ang mga detalye mas lalo na. Okay? Siyempre, you will be giving prizes, you will be giving mga raffle, di ba?
Raffle prizes.
Oo.
Yes, the 3.5 is inclusive of the charity giveaways, lunch, raffle, and then may trophies din tayo bibigay for Class ABC. So, meron din may mga special awards for those the longest drive, longest spot, most accurate. So, may mga ganun special awards. For those golfers na nakaka-invite, matutuwa sila dito. It needs to be a fun day for them. Fun day for them.
So, ang ginagawa nyo rin yung whatever funds would be raised sa golf tournament, bali i-turn over yan sa AAI and then sa SFI for whatever.
Yeah.
Ay, magaling. Magaling. Are there any other fundraising sources or fund sources for these? Siyempre pala yung sa souvenir program.
Souvenir program. Yun yung isang source ng ating funds para sa mga scholars natin. Meron din mga different packages yan, yung gold, silver, and bronze, para sa mga corporate sponsors natin.
Yeah.
And for the individual sponsors, kagaya ng mga alumni natin, they can avail of the bronze package.
Iba-ibang packages din.
Yeah.
Well, alam mo, maganda yung usapan natin pero mabilis yung oras natin. I guess, Edith, you can actually, invite our viewers, kung sino man, baka may nanonood sa atin dito.
Yes, yung mga alumni ng pamantasan, different batches, no?
Yes.
Different classes, and your families. Bring your children. We want to see your children. Diba? Maganda yun, no? You can come. Remember the date. O para dun sa ating alumni night, it's going to be,
diba?
It's going to be on October 14, Quezon City Sports Club sa Pugadlawin.
Okay.
So be there. At yun namang mga nasa Amerika, don't forget, hindi kayo mawawala sa celebration. Hybrid tayo, so be with us.
Ayan. Alam mo, maraming salamat sa inyo, and palagay ko this initially naman nakapagbibigay tayo ng information kahit medyo ilang buwan pa yan. 2 months away.
2 more months.
Oo, pero maikli na rin yan.
Yeah.
Oo. Well, anyway, so we're so glad that we can present this here sa Lighthouse Cafe. Hindi ko maalis yun kasi bahagi ako ninyo. Okay. So thank you so much, of course, sa ating PLM AAI Board of Trustees. Okay? Huwag po kayong aalis. Magbabalik ang Lighthouse Cafe.
Kung tutuusin, malayo na rin ang aking narating. Pero, saan nga ba to nagsimula? Nung umpisa, binigyan lang ako ng mga laruan, tsokolate, at isang libro na punong-puno raw ng kwento. Di ko naman maintindihan. Wala naman kasing litrato. Natuto akong magbasa at magsulat. Sabi nila, magaling daw ako. Hanggang sa nakatanggap ako ng ilang mga medalya at mga parangal. Habang tumatagal, nadadagdagan ang mga daladala ko. At marami pa akong gustong idagdag sa mga to. Simple lang naman ang lahat sa umpisa. Di ko na malayang bigla na lang naging komplikado. Napapagod na ata ako. Kailangan ko na lang bilisan. Bibilisan ko na lang para makarating na agad ako. Hindi ako susuko. Kaya pa to. Kaya ko pa to. Kung tutuusin, malayo na rin ang aking narating, pero hanggang dito na lang ata ako. Ang bigat-bigat na rin kasi ng mga bagahe ko. Isa-isa ko itong pinulot. Nakita kong muli ang libro na walang litrato. Sobrang dami ng bit-bit ko. Nakalimutan ko na dala ko pa pala to. Sabi nila, magaling daw ako. Akala ko tuloy, kaya ko. At hinding-hindi ko pa nararanasang sumuko. Yun pala, para magtagumpay sa mga pagsubok sa ating paglalakbay, kailangang isuko sa Kanya lahat ng kabigatan at pasanin. Kung tutuusin,
Mga usaping in, mga paksang trending,
Mga talakayang may kabuluhan.
lifestyle at kulturang sariling atin.
Buhay Pinoy, pag-usapan natin dito sa Espresso Self. Yan, Harvey, isang karangalan no, na maging co-host mo ako. No? Pero question, nag-i-Instagram ka ba? Nag-IG ka ba?
Oo naman, nag-IG naman ako. So, syempre may mga fina-follow tayo dun, yung mga mahilig nating i-follow dun, yung mga actually yung mga gumagawa ng food, yung mga pastries. Yan. Ikaw ba, Gabi? Ano bang hilig mong i-follow sa Instagram?
Number one, ikaw, si Harvey. Pangalawa, yung siguro mga sports personalities. And then lately, yung mga celebrity parents, especially yung mga moms, kasi hindi mo nagtatanong, Harvey, no? I'm a father, a new father, no? Second time around. At medyo fina-follow namin yung mga tips nila, yung journey nila. And napansin ko also, recent years, parang mas marami yung mga moms ngayon na nagpo-post, nag-advocate, especially dyan sa breastfeeding. No? So nakakatuwa at nakaka-proud na marami sila ngayon.
Tamang-tama, Gabi, dahil ngayong Breastfeeding Awareness Month ay makakapanayam natin ang isang eksperto sa topic na yan. In fact, ang hospital nila na Dr. Jose Fabella Memorial Hospital ay partner ng The Great Lighthouse Foundation, Inc. pagdating sa mga milk-letting drives.
At wag na nating patagalin, Harvey. No? Welcome po sa Lighthouse Cafe, Dr. Melissa Wico, Milk Bank Director of Fabella Hospital. Doc Mel na lang. Yan. Good evening po.
Doc Mel, good evening po.
Good evening and
thank you very much po for joining us. Of course, yung Fabella, Harvey, synonymous na yan sa pagpapaanak, sa breast milk, no? Yun nga sa experience namin, parang almost parang emergency na namin yan na pag wala kami supplied, parang yun yung nire-recommend nila. Pero let's talk about yung breastfeeding po, Doc Mel, no? Ano po ba ang benefits ng pagkakaroon ng breast milk at yung breastfeeding, especially sa mga newborn po?
Yeah. First of all, I'd like to thank this opportunity, no, for having me here. Because this month, August, no, is breastfeeding month, and we all know that breastfeeding is still the best, no, for babies, because breast milk is not just a food, no, it's a medicine, no, and the benefit are both for the mother and the baby. Alam natin na for mothers, no, it will decrease the incidence of mga cancer, yung mga asthma, diabetes, high blood, no, and it's the same, no, for babies, no. It will also decrease the incidence of diarrhea kasi hindi na sila mag-prepare ng water, no, for mga milk formula. And at the same time, yung obesity rin, no, is nadi-decrease, no, with breastfeeding. And at the same time, we all know that breastfeeding has a lot of immunoglobulins. Ito yung mga pampalakas, no, ng immune system ng mga babies, particularly yung premature, no, and it's supposed to be the first vaccination. No, dapat yan yung unang-unang papasok sa tiyan ng baby, lalo na yung mga prematures.
Napakarami po palang benefits talaga nung pagbe-breastfeed, no, Doc Mel? May tanong ko lang din po, Doc Mel, meron po ba tayong required age or limit kung hanggang kailan lang po maaring mag-breastfeed or tumanggap ng gatas ng ina ang isang sanggol?
So we recommend exclusive breastfeeding in the first 6 months up to 2 years old. No? But until 6 months kasi enough na yung nutrients ng breast milk. But yun nga, meron tayong tinatawag na complementary feeding because at 6 months, this is the time na nagkakaroon na ng increase, no, demands, no, for nutrients. No? Kaya yun yung tinatawag natin, we complement the breast milk with solid foods. But we recommend until 2 years the mother should be breastfeeding.
Daming benefits na mention mo kanina, Doc Mel, no? Of course, yung isa rin na naisip ko as a parent, matipid din, no? Malaki tipid din yung na ibibigay.
Actually, precisely. Oo, yun yung isa pa, no? Yung economics of breastfeeding.
Yes, correct. And highest quality, kumbaga, na pwede mong pang-nourish ng iyong mga babies. Coming from a parent, no, as mentioned second time around na nga, it's also maybe a challenging experience, no, lalo na siguro yung mga first few days, few nights, few weeks even, and siguro sa iba rin na after a while, medyo kailangan ng magtrabaho ulit. Iba-iba po yung mga challenges na experience ng ating mga parents, ng ating mga moms. Can you siguro describe kung ano po ito at maybe kung may payo po kayo, no, paano nila i-overcome?
So, crucial talaga yan yung first hour, no? Because milk transfer and milk production are somewhat linked, no? Kaya, I don't know if you have heard of the unang yakap, no? Or the first breastfeeding, no? Especially in the first hour of life. Ito yung unang yakap na tinatawag namin. That we don't allow the mother and baby to be separated. Kaya lang ang nagiging concern, especially, no, in the first hour of life, no, pag hindi sila nagkasama, if they're separated, yun yung sinasabi ko, no, if the milk will not be removed, no, through sucking, eventually, no, nagkakaroon talaga ng problem, no, with continuation of breastfeeding. But in the first 24 hours of life, usually ang tiyan, no, ng baby is just as small as calamansi, no? So hindi kailangan ng baby ng madaming gatas. And it coincides also with the milk production kasi the milk production will increase, no, after 24 hours of life. So magja-jive talaga yung transfer and production, and it's really the sucking that will make the difference, no? If the baby will suck effectively, so dyan napapasok yung proper attachment, positioning, dyan yung papasok yung counseling, no? Kasi nga there are times, iba, madidepress yung mommy, sasabihin lagi wala siyang gatas, no? So dapat i-ensure lang natin, no, na talagang ganun talaga yung pathophysiology or anatomy ng milk production. It will take time, but hindi naman magugutom si baby kasi nga, as I said, no, it will take time, no, for the milk to be produced. And yung capacity din naman ng baby is less, no, especially in the first 24 hours of life. So yun yung supply and demand principle na tinatawag natin. So this is where the counseling, no, and support is very important. Kaya 'di ba meron talaga tayong protection, promoting, and support of breastfeeding. And we need to equip, 'di ba, us, no, healthcare workers, even the layman. Ito, marami na nga tayo mode of information, di ba, sa media, di ba, marami na tayong mga webinars, no. So these are information that needs to be given, no, para dapat lahat ng mga mothers should be informed. And especially, syempre, yung confidence nila mai-increase, no, if it's coming also from their OB, their pedia, no. So yung mga nakakasalamuhan nila sa ospital.
So, Doc, marami pong mga challenges nga rin po aside doon sa, of course, yung mga starting na young families, ganyan. And bilang ako, hindi naman ako gabi maalam pa sa ganitong usapin. Ano? Doc, paano po kung may mga ganong challenges? Say, for example, na yun nga, mahirap po mag-produce ng gatas yung bagong mommy. So, meron po bang mga remedies or meron po bang mga pwedeng inumin or kainin po yung mga mommies?
So aside from counseling, 'di ba? As I said, meron talagang may mga training, no, for even layman and also hospital workers on how to do counseling. Kasi nga pag hindi nagkaroon ng mindset, no, it's in the mind, 'di ba? And the attitude towards breastfeeding that they will resort already to milk formula kasi mas madali, 'di ba? Ilalagay lang, bibilin lang, no. But yun nga, no, alam natin yung mga risks, no, when we give milk formula. So it's very important that we support them, no. Kami sa Fabella, no, we have this lactation counselors, no. We usually go to the ward, no, for mothers who are in need of counseling. Then meron kasing hierarchy of choices, no. Kapag talagang syempre the mother or the baby is not stable or cannot produce milk talaga despite all the counseling, no, we resort to the milk bank, no. Kaya I'm the director of the milk banks. This is the second best alternative, but this is supposed to be a temporary alternative, no. Kasi we need to enhance, 'di ba, yung talagang direct breastfeeding as the main priority, no, for mothers and for them to be together, no. There's the non-separation, no, dapat lagi 'yon ang importante. So sabi ko nga, pag talaga sila makapag-produce, no, we give them a temporary support from the milk bank.
Opo. Na-mention yung Doc Mel, yung lactation officer, no, from personal experience, laking bagay po yun for us, no. Of course, yung mga pedia, yung OB, yung health care workers, even yung mga friends and mga co-parents po, no, moms, na nag-share ng mga encouragement and information. Again, parang ano siya, it forced, of course, I'm a guy na, pero yung husband, so malaki rin po yung talagang sakripisyo at tulong.
Yeah, that's very important. It's good you
pakisabi nga po, Doc Mel, po.
Support yung husband.
Opo, yung husband po. Kasi it's almost like you're pushed to that breaking point, no? And then talagang parang training po siya. You have to be really strong, patient, otherwise ma-frustrate ka po talaga, no? So, isang pagsaludo nga po sa lahat po ng ating.
Saludo kami sa iyo, Gabi.
Oo nga, konting days na lang yan. Let's talk about yung mga iba po, no? We talk about yung mga pwede nilang puntahan, pero in a practical sense, yung mga nahihirapan po, yung mga bumabalik po sa office, yung mga kailangan magtrabaho, paano po nila ma-maintain yung kanilang supply ng breast milk po?
So we have laws, no, to govern and to protect, 'di ba, breastfeeding, no. Yung mga EO 51, yung milk code, yung RA 128 or yung breastfeeding in the workplace, no. Ito kasi yung mandato ng gobyerno na pagka halimbawa ang isang nagpapasuso, no, ay babalik na sa trabaho, meron siyang paid time. Diba? Meron siyang allotted na 2 to 3 times in 8 hours na she can still breastfeed. With pay to, no? With pay. Yung mga lactation breaks na tinatawag. So, ini-equip din ang mga ospital ng mga lactation station. Actually, ina-accredit din yan ng Department of Health. So tinitingnan na lahat ng ospital, no, meron silang lactation station or yun nga, parang ma-fulfill yung breastfeeding in the workplace. Para walang rason para sabihin ng mami na hindi na ako makakapag-breastfeed kasi nga nagtatrabaho na ako, no. And there's another law, yun nga yung RA 11210, yung expanded, 'di ba, maternity leave na. Yung dati kasi 2 months lang, ngayon 3 months na, yung 105 days, 'di ba? So nag-govern naman ng mga laws, no, na sana hindi lang dahil may law, dahil talagang dapat mag-create tayo ng breastfeeding environment. Yung Grooming In Act, no, yun yung dapat magkasama rin ng 7600, no. Ito yung mother should and baby should not be separated. Even during COVID nga no? Meron kami mga provisions, no?
Yes.
Ito yung for stable moms ha. Siyempre, lahat naman ng precaution we need to follow, no? Universal precaution, siyempre. Yung benefit din versus risk. But if the benefit, siyempre, will outweigh the risk, lalo na kung alam natin that breast milk is the best nutrition pa rin and best nourishment for these babies, no? Dapat hindi natin ipagpalit yun.
Yes. Maraming salamat po, Doc Mel. Very informative and very encouraging po yung ating naging interview. No? Ready ka na ba, Harvey?
Parang ang daming kailangang preparation. Pero alam mo, napaka-informative nga ng ating naging usapan ngayong gabing ito. At marami pa tayong mas matututunan pa sa gabing ito. At pakinggan natin yan sa Health Talks.
At sa pagpapatuloy po ng ating breastfeeding awareness feature, proper nutrition naman po ang pag-uusapan natin na sigurado kung makakatulong sa ating mga mommies na nanonood ngayon. At kasama natin ngayon si Miss Antoinette Esmele, ang ating resident nutritionist, at isang fellow mommy na si Maris Bustillos. Ayan, magandang araw sa inyo.
Hello.
Magandang araw, Erica. Ayan nga, very important, no, ng magiging topic natin ngayon, lalo na ayun, itong month na to, celebrate natin ang breastfeeding month, no? So, siguro, simulan natin kay Mommy Maris. Ayan, syempre gusto namin malaman yung parang naging breastfeeding journey. So, siguro kwentuhan mo muna kami yung, ano ba yung pinagkakaabalahan mo ngayon, ganyan. So, ilang kids yung meron ka?
Ayan, so ako ay may 2 kids na, ages 3 and 4. And stay-at-home mom. So very focused ako sa mga kids ngayon and sa husband sa pag-aasikaso sa bahay and ministries dito sa church.
Wow. So meron ka ng 2 kids, no? So siguro paano yung naging yun nga, yung transition mo to breastfeeding? So parang simula pa lang ba? Paano ka nag-start siguro dun sa, syempre nung first time mom ka, di ba? Parang paano yung naging experience mo? Mayroon ka bang ginawang mga research, ganyan? Ano yung naging preparation mo sa iyong pagbe-breastfeed?
Okay. So, bali sa breastfeeding, naisip ko magbe-breastfeed ako pregnant pa lang ako sa panganay ko noon, and nagbabasa-basa na ako with regard sa magiging benefit noon. Kasi yung pinaka-primary na nakita ko is yung antibodies na nakakatulong talaga sa mga babies natin, ganyan. So, yun yung primary na naging reason ko to breastfeed. Tapos, tsaka naisip ko kasi parang mas madali yata to, tsaka mas makakatipid, gano'n.
Yes,
Pero nung first few weeks ko, hindi pala siya madali. Ang dami kagad challenges. Pero ang nagpa-push sa akin na to continue exclusively breastfeeding is since yung panganay ko kasi nagkaroon siya ng sepsis, na IMCU siya, and yung pedya niya kasi, she wanted me talaga to continue breastfeeding since it's gonna be helpful. Plus, I have oversupply din. Ibig sabihin, hindi lang si baby ko yung nabibigyan ko. I have extra supply. So sabi ko, bakit hindi ko ipagpapatuloy yung breastfeeding kung marami akong supply ng time na yun. So yun yung naging reason ko nun.
Napakaganda. And yun nga, sabi mo, nagkaroon ka ng second child, no? So, paano naman yung naging parang adjustment mo ng time na yun? Or was it easier na itong pangalawang baby mo na?
Hindi.
So, iba-iba pala, no?
Kasi akala ko nga pahihintuin ako. Kasi sabi nila, pag pregnant ka, tapos breastfeeding, mas may chances of contraction, ganyan. Pero nangyari, hindi nagkaroon sa akin yun. So, tuloy-tuloy si panganay ko na mag-breastfeed hanggang sa mga anak ko. Pero I had aversion kasi noon, breastfeeding aversion. So, it kind of affected na itutuloy ko pa ba to or what. Pero nung lumabas kasi yung bunso ko, is during pandemic. And syempre, ang dami ko nabasa how important it is to continue breastfeeding, lalo na nung kumakalat yung COVID nung time na yon. So, kailangan ipagpatuloy kahit na mahirap. Yun.
Yan, siguro puntahan naman natin ang ating resident nutritionist, no? So, yun nga, dapat merong magandang preparation na yun, no? Pagdating pala sa breastfeeding. So, siguro, ano po ba yung mga masasabi nyong, yun nga, parang preparations na dapat meron ng isang mommy pagdating sa breastfeeding? Kasi, yun nga, alam naman natin na hindi lahat laging merong enough supply ng milk, ganyan. So, meron po ba silang mga pwede nilang magawa in preparation nga po dyan?
Alam mo, napaka-important nung preparation, no? Kasi actually tinuturo namin sa community before na ang breastfeeding is actually 90% psychological. Parang 10% lang yung mental 10% lang yung physical. Kasi actually, ang nagko-control ng breastfeeding or ng milk production natin ay two hormones, prolactin and oxytocin. So, ibig sabihin, sa minds natin or sa, yun nga, yung psychologically speaking, napakahalaga na si nanay, si mommy, unang-una sa lahat yung environment niya, supportive sa kanya. So, hindi lang actually yung mom yung dapat nagpe-prepare, pati yung, yun nga, yung husband, lalong-lalo na, syempre ka-partner mo siya sa journey na ito. And also, yung family members, pati yung yun, syempre kung may eklesiya, no, talagang lahat na yun, pati even workplace, marami ng mga batas ngayon na nag-i-encourage na to be breastfeeding or lactation or breastfeeding friendly na mga establishments. Kasi nga, yung in terms of preparation, kasi diba, yung mga moms minsan na stressed sa, like personally, syempre yung baka naging traumatic yung birthing experience niya, o kaya naman merong mga sa family din mismo, stressful, pwede may mga circumstances na ginagalawan yung mom na naging stressful yung kanyang environment. So, pwede kasi yun yung mga factors na mag-hinder para dun sa milk supply or sa magandang breastfeeding journey ng isang nanay. So, yun siguro yung isang key message na mahalaga nating matandaan na breastfeeding is yun nga, mga 90% psychological and 10% lang yung physical. Kasi in terms of physical naman, anatomically speaking, lahat ng moms actually kahit may inverted nipple, kaya naman kinreate tayo ng Panginoon to be able to produce milk eh. Yun nga yung mga stressors and other factors, yun yung nagiging dahilan para maaring mahinder yung pag-produce ng milk. So, yeah. And even pressure, no? Personal na pressure na parang kahit gustong-gusto ko mag-breastfeed. Kahit yon pwedeng maging sanhi na, di ba? Kasi yung pressure na mag-produce ng milk, pwedeng yun din yung parang pagka misinformed yung mom na una pa lang pinag-uusapan actually namin ni Maris na una pa lang talagang nape-pressure, minsan nakaka-pressure yung ang daming post sa Facebook na ang dami na ng milk supply. Ako hindi ganun na marami
Kumbaga
yung...
nagkakaroon ng comparison with other moms.
Pwedeng yun din yung one of the reasons kung bakit humina yung milk supply ng mom.
So siguro ano po yung pwede nyong ma-advise sa mga ganitong moms na yun nga, parang ano ba yung mga pwede nilang siguro paghanapan ng information pagdating dito when they feel na parang feeling nila hindi sila nagpo-produce ng enough milk, ganyan. And ayun nga, meron din tayong mga alam na meron ding mga ginagawa so they can produce milk, ganyan. And ayun nga, meron din talagang pwedeng mga puntahan if ever man kailangan pa nila ng supply ng milk. Ano yung mapapayo mo sa mga moms na?
Yeah. Well, una sa lahat, yun nga, yung mga moms na siguro nafe-feel nila that they don't parang supply enough milk. Actually, ako rin mismo, na-experience ko yan. Na akala ko, kasi hindi naman, hindi mo nagsasalita yung newborn, diba? No? Mom, busog na ako, kaya hindi naman So talagang nagkaroon din ako ng time na nag-doubt ako sa supply ko ng milk. Pero lagi ko lang din inalalahanan. At yun nga, even yung books na nabasa ko nung undergrad ako, na ang indicator talaga ng yung sufficient yung supply mo is the weight of your child, tsaka kung yung length niya. So, yun at yun lang. Yung feeling mo hindi enough, yan. Actually, yung capacity ng stomach ng baby, pagkapanganak parang kalamansi lang yan So, hindi mo talaga kailangan ng sobrang daming milk agad. So in terms of saan yung mga mga parang sources, no. Syempre, yung mga reputable na website, marami kasi din sa Facebook, na sa Instagram na nag-share sila ng mga nilang experiences.
And even yung mga mommies, 'di ba, parang nagkakaroon ng mga groups.
Actually, member kami noon. Well, yun nga, yung mga ganun sa anecdotes, pwede mo siyang i-take, but parang wag mong laging i-take it as it is, na that could be their experience, and it's still can be different from your own. So, yun, be careful lang pa din sa mga gano'n na groups yan.
So kumbaga talagang parang every mom talaga is parang masasabi natin na iba't iba yung experience nila. Pero ang pinakamaganda pa rin doon ay yung talagang everyone na yung mga nanay nga natin ay kumbaga meron talaga silang gift to really breastfeed, no? So siguro ano yung Mommy Maris, ano yung mapapayo mo doon sa ating mga moms, siguro yung mga magiging future moms pa lang, and even yung mga ngayon na parang somehow siguro nagkakaroon ng mga doubts na parang, ayun nga, parang baka hindi ako capable, ganyan, nagkakaroon ng mga second thoughts pagdating sa breastfeeding.
Yung mapapayo ko talaga with that is, una sa lahat yun, actually nabanggit ni Antoinette kanina nung nag-uusap kami, believe with what God has given your body to produce milk for your baby. Kasi yung iba kasi medically incapable talaga sila, binabanggit talaga yun ng OB na hindi sila pwede. Pero dun sa mga able talaga, bukod sa sinabi ni Antoinette na mga support groups, there are also lactation consultants na pwedeng nating i-reach out. Yun yung, nung breastfeeding pa lang ako sa dalawa, ang ginagawa ko noon is, sinishare ko sila sa mga lactation consultants para mas magka-idea sila, ma-home visit sila, para mas matulungan sila, lalo na kapag in doubt sila sa supply nila. Ayun.
Yan. Si Antoinette naman, meron ka bang mga message or tips sa ating mga viewers? And especially, alam ko, ang Lighthouse din ay nagko-conduct ng mga milk letting.
Yes.
So, yan. Baka you would like to invite them.
Yes, of course. No? So, actually, ito pong buwan na ito, no, we're celebrating yung Breastfeeding Awareness Month. And in line with that, we will also be having a milk letting, yun nga, within the month din. So, in partnership with Fabelia and Gentle Birth na kapartner na rin natin. Yes. So, every lactating mom is welcome. Pero maliban yun nga, ibabalik ko na lang din doon kanina na hindi lang yung mom mismo ang kailangan nating i-prepare or yun nga na siya lang yung nagbe-breastfeed. Of course, siya yung nagfi-feed sa baby. Pero it follows na yung mga tao sa paligid niya, yung support group talaga, napaka-importante. And even yung words, yun nga kasi psychological, di ba? Yun nga sabi ko. So kahit yung mga words na share natin natin na pagka may nakita kayong mom, okay siya sa outside, pero minsan baka napapagod na yan. Yeah. So whatever that we can do to be a blessing to those moms, sana ay ma-extend natin yun nga, yung encouragement na iyon. Ayan.
Ayan, so napakaganda na naging topic natin. Again, maraming salamat, Mommy Maris and even Mommy Antoinette, no, sa mga nabahagi niya. At sana naging blessing din po sa ating mga viewers, lalo na sa ating mga mommies ang topic na ito. At huwag po kayong alis, meron pa po tayong Hebrews with Bishop Ruben Abante.
Welcome to Hebrews. Ito po ang bahagi ng ating Lighthouse Cafe na naglalayo na bigyang daan sa ating mga buhay, ang mga pinag-uusapan po natin. Maging praktikal ang lahat ng bagay. Ang Lighthouse Cafe po ay isang ministry ng Lighthouse Bible Baptist Church para sa media. And you might ask, bakit meron tayong ganito bilang isang church? Okay? Well, we have some reasons na nakikita po sa banal na kasulatan. For example, may I share with you some verses. Sa 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verses 11 to 12, ay narito ang sinasabi ni Paul doon sa church sa Thessalonica. You study to be quiet and do your own business, work with your own hands, that ye may walk honestly toward them that are without. Ibig sabihin, kahit mga Bible-believing Christians ay meron pong kinalaman sa lipunan, that ye may have lack of nothing. Okay? Yung bang hindi po pa tayo masisisi na wala tayong ginagawa at wala tayong contribution at wala tayong significance sa ating mga lipunan, sa ating mga communities. In Titus chapter 3 verses 1 and 2, ang sabi po dito ni Paul, put them in mind to be subject to principalities and powers, to obey magistrates, to be ready to every good work. Maging handa sa lahat ng mga bagay na kapaki-pakinabang. Plus to speak evil of no man, to be no brawlers, to be gentle, and showing all meekness unto all men. So, ibig sabihin po, ay meron tayong responsibilities bilang mga Bible-believing Christians sa mga communities, however that they are not part of our faith. In Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 14, ang sabi po ay follow peace with all men. So again, that extends to everyone. kahit anong relihiyon, kahit anong faith. Ano po? And holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord. That in our associations with them sa ating daily lives, ay makita ang pagkakaiba ng ating buhay espiritual. Sinasabi ni Paul kay Timothy, I exhort therefore that first of all, supplications, prayers, intercessions, and giving of thanks be made for all men. So, makikita po natin ulit dito na ang mga churches o ang mga Bible-believing na mga mananampalataya, believers, ay may kinalaman sa lahat sa lipunan, even for kings, and for all that are in authority, that we may lead a quiet and peaceable life in all godliness and honesty. For this is good and acceptable in the sight of God our Savior. Why? Sapagkat meron pa po tayong responsibility to bring them the knowledge of the truth. Otherwise, they would not know. Okay? Isa pa sabi ni Peter sa 1 Peter chapter 2:13 to 14 and then 16 to 17. Ang sabi, submit yourselves to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake. Ibig sabihin po ay dapat bilang mga Bible believers ay dapat po mag-submit tayo, magpailalim po tayo, magpasaklaw sa authority. Okay? Unto them that are sent by Him for the punishment of evildoers and for the praise of them that do well. In verse 16, as free, bilang malaya, and not using your liberty for a cloak of maliciousness. But in all things, we should be servants of God. Okay? And being servants, we can honor all men, we can love the brotherhood, mga Bible believers, kapwa, have fear of God, and then honor the authority. And finally, in James chapter 3, ano po? Ito, maganda po ito. Ang sabi, who is a wise man and endued with knowledge among you? Let him show out of a good conversation, a behavior, a conduct of life, his works with meekness of wisdom. The wisdom that is from above, which defines Bible believers, is pure, peaceable, gentle, easy to be entreated, full of mercy, good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy. And that having the fruits of righteousness, which is sown in peace of them that make peace. You see, may kinalaman po talaga ang mga Bible believers sa ating mga communities, sa ating society. Well, let us be taught that way. God bless you. At ito na naman po tayo. Natapos na naman ang isang oras ng ating live broadcast. At maraming salamat po sa inyong pagtangkilik, sa inyong pagsama sa amin, sa ating magagandang mga usapin sa programang ito.
Tama po, Bishop. At nagpapasalamat rin po tayo sa mga naging guests natin for this evening. So, nandyan na po ang alumni, ang board ng PLM Alumni Association, Inc. Ganun na rin po si Doc Mel from Fabella Hospital. At syempre, ating breastfeeding mothers.
That's right, Harvey. You can also watch a replay po ng aming mga episodes sa ating Facebook and YouTube channels ng Lighthouse BBC at Great Commission TV. make sure po to like and subscribe yung ating mga channels.
At huwag niyo pong kakalimutan ang ating Lighthouse Tech True mobile app. Marami pong features yan, no? Andyan po ang ating mga video content, insights, ebooks, and of course, ang ating mga episodes ng Lighthouse Cafe. Kaya download niyo na po, libre po yan sa Google Play Store at sa App Store.
And so join us again next week, Monday night, same time, 8:30, for another live broadcast ng Lighthouse Cafe,
Where good talks happen.